Hello, this is Peter Lander here from Battlefield Sports. This speech is really talking about the success factors of the business. You know, a lot of people have lost their shirt running indoor, outdoor laser tags, right, over the last 30 odd years. Right, if they don't do it right, it can be really, really difficult. Right, this business is like any business. You need to do it right. Right, you do it wrong, make mistakes. Right, you're going to pay. Right now. One of the biggest mistakes, very easy to make, and not so obvious when you're starting, is to really get it that we are not in the computer game industry. Computer game industry is quite different from ours. In the computer game industry, you can buy a game, might even spend $100 on the game, but if you spend that sort of money, you are going to get hundreds and hundreds of hours of gameplay. You know, typically, you know, you might pay a dollar an hour possibly to play, right? Over the time you've used it, maybe less. Sometimes they're pirated games, none at all, or free games. You know what? It's a different animal. We really need 50 cents a minute, right? We're not talking, right? So that's a dollar every 2 minutes, not a dollar every hour. Well, that changes things completely, right? Right? Because if you've got only very low cost to play, you can take a game and integrate it. You can start on the easiest level, play against the computer, the AI. Once you're really happy at that, got really good at that, you might want to challenge your friends in a local area, and then you might go on the internet, and you might want to do broader. And you pace yourself at the level you're comfortable with doing. Right? It's different. When we run out in the field, we've got a whole group of people, some more experienced than us, most are just beginners. Maybe you've played 2 or 3 times before. You know what? They don't have this huge, long gradient. Right? We've got to run simple games. Games are very forgiving, but that everyone can have fun with and get involved with, and we've got to get it going pretty quickly. Right? They want to get into playing because they're paying a much more per minute of play than they are in the video games. Right? So, very important to understand that the change in the way that pricing works means that we are not a video game. Now, do we draw some inspiration from the video games? Of course we do, right? You know, do we draw some of the terminology? Of course we do. But we really understand that we are a different animal, right? It is easy to say, well, the video game industry is really successful, so we should do it exactly like the video games. Well, no, you can't do exactly like the video games, right? They don't have the cost of the venue like video games. You don't have all these disparate groups all turn up and you have to do an entertainment together. That's not the same. Right, I like video games and computer games, but it's not the same animal. Alright? So try to get the differences. It's one of those things with experience you will get, right? But you don't want to make the mistake, right, of thinking it should be like a video game and therefore you definitely got to have the rankings and you've got to have that, all that posted online and very public view. You know, one of the success factors to look at really is the fact is that we do boys' birthday parties, and a lot of them, right? And boys, on their party really, really need to be successful. They need to be a hero. And it's no good at all, showing a big screen and showing how the birthday boy got the worst score. That's terrible. Boys need to mastery. It's much better to be able to go up to them at the end, look at the display, and find something that is good. Sheesh, you deactivated or you killed 2 of them. Well done. In fact, they got smashed on their respawns were 20, right? And their kill to death ratio was, like an expired snake at .01 or something ridiculously bad. But it doesn't matter. But you need to make sure that we don't make them wrong, right? Don't make them wrong on their party, right? And that's really true for most groups, right? The ego, typically boys' ego, is easily bruised. They need to feel mastery. They need to feel successful. And we need to, on their special entertainment experience, right, make them successful, right? All successful operators, for that reason, rig the games. Talked about that before, about getting results. We use things like easy mode for one team if they're really struggling. We'll set the other team to hard mode. If it's really making it hard for them, do these sort of things to make sure that we get, every team wins at least one game. That's really important to understand. That is the business we're actually in, and that's how you have to run it. if you're going to have people happy and speaking about you, right? Because you're really even buzzing afterwards. They speak well on the social media to their friends, because you need them to come back later for another party into the future, right? We're definitely in the party business, right? The entertainment party business. Okay, so look, that's some of the key success factors that I've found over these years. Look, there's more and more subtleties to it, but if you get those things right, I tell you, you're a long way towards having success in this industry. Thank you.